Okay, we're learning something brand new today, sort of brand new, but not really brand new because it's something we've sort of kind of done. We've done it with addition. We're going to use the same strategy, but now we're going to do it with subtraction. So it's new as far as with subtraction. Parents, I'm going to be sending a note home tonight, kind of explaining to you why we're doing what we're doing, why we're doing those things. I appreciate what you're doing at home. I appreciate you watching these videos. Your child is on the road to becoming a fabulous mathematician, using math language, learning these steps, and is going to really be able to get them to where they need to go, and you're going to find out they're going to be all the better for it in the long run. So we're going to start today with subtraction using base 10 blocks. We're going to start, as always, I'm going to model for them today and for you, 54 minus 12. We know that we have learned that the 54 is the number that is something is going to be subtracted from, and it is called a what, everybody? Minuend. Beautiful. Isn't that math language already? Minuend. And we're going to be subtracting 12 from 54, and the number that's going to be subtracted from that minuend is called a subtrahend. Beautiful. A subtrahend. It's called a subtrahend. And we know that we are looking for this number right here that's missing, and it is called the difference. It's called the what? Difference. Difference. The difference is the answer when you subtract. It's called the difference. We are missing the difference right here, so that's what we're going to be solving for. I'm going to go ahead and erase those because I'm going to use this space. I'm going to need this space to use for our base 10 blocks. So when I begin to subtract, I'm going to take these base 10 blocks, and the first thing I'm going to do is I have to build 54. And I know that 54 means 5 tens and 4 ones. So I'm going to bring 5 tens right up here. I'm sorry, that's making my finger noise. 5 tens. And then I'm going to come right over here. Oh, really? What is that? Well, I'm going to cut him. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know why he blew up. So I've got 5 tens. I'm going to take here, I'm going to have 4 ones. Now, because the operation is to subtract, you heard me use the operation. Operation means what are we doing? Are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? And we are subtracting. That's the operation we're going to use. So I don't need to go get any more of these. I don't need to go get any more base 10 blocks because subtraction means I'm taking some away. So I don't need to go get those. All I need to know is I have 54 because I have 5 tens and 4 ones. I'm going to decompose this 12. Decompose means I'm going to do what?
Break it apart.
When I break apart 12, what do I have?
1 ten, 2 ones.
Absolutely. And I know I'm always going to start with those ones. Remember, subtraction goes backwards. We read it from right to left. So I'm going to come over here, and I know I have 2 ones. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to do what it tells me to do. I'm going to subtract them, or I'm going to take them away. I'm flat going to take them away. And we know that we can use this to cut, can't we?
Yes.
So I flat can take those 2 away. Then it tells me to subtract 110. Parents, try to keep you away from that word take away when we look at that. So we're subtracting. We know subtract means take away, but let's use that math language, subtract. And it's even hard. You might even hear me slip up every so often. So now I'm going to the tens place and I'm going to subtract 110. Subtract 110 means I'm going to take it away. That's what it means. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And so when I find out, it's that easy. When I see what I have left, how many ones do I have left?
2.
How many tens do I have left? 4. So I know the difference between 54 and 12 is 42. It's just that easy. Now, tonight you're going to have a homework paper that has this. Let's see what happens if I were going to draw it instead of using base 10 blocks. If this problem were on your sheet, how would you do that on paper? Here's how you would do it. You would simply draw the 5 tens. You would draw the 4 ones. Then we're going to do what we said we're going to do. We're going to decompose that 12. 1 10, 2 ones. I'm going to start with the ones. I'm going to subtract 2. I simply cross out to show that I'm subtracting 2. When I cross those 2 out, how many ones do I have left? 2. Then I'm going to go, I have 5 tens. It tells me to subtract one of those. I'm simply going to do the same thing, just cross it out with a single line. So when I cross it out, then I have how many tens left? 4. And again, I get the difference of 54 minus 12 is 42. The difference is 42. That easy. Now, it becomes a little more difficult when we have a problem like this. And I'm fixing to show you what I'm talking about. This one is 61 minus 35. 61 is called our? Beautiful. 35 is called our? And we're missing the? And I look at this operation and it tells me I'm going to? Subtract. Listen to those mathematicians, Mom and Dad. They are rocking and rolling. That hard effort, lots of hard effort has gotten us to this point. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to build that menu in. So what do I need to take over there first, guys?
6 and 1.
Absolutely. I need to build it using 6 tens. There are my 6 tens. No blow-ups this time. And 1 1. Now, because I'm subtracting, do I need to get any more?
No.
I'm finished messing with those. So here I go. I'm going to subtract 3 tens and 5 ones. I've got to decompose that number. When I decompose 35, what do I have?
3 tens and 5 ones.
Okay, 3 tens and 5 ones, and I'm going to start in the absolutely ones place. I've got to start from the right and go to the left. I'm going to start in the ones place. How many ones do I have?
3.
How many ones do I have?
5.
How many?
5.
In the number 35, I have 5 ones. Now, look up here. I have a problem because I need to subtract 5 of those. But I've only got 1. Do you have any idea? Turn and talk to your partner and tell him, what in the world do you think I'm going to do? Turn and talk. Does anybody have any idea what in the world I could do? Because I've only got 1 1, but I need to subtract 5. What in the world could I do?
You can take away a 10 and still have that 1 on it, and then you can take a 10 away and add the ones together with it.
I gotcha. I will tell you what he's right on the money. What he's trying, I know almost. I'm sorry. What he's trying to tell me is, remember when we must regroup. Remember that word? We must regroup. Regroup means to group it again. This 10 right now is grouped as a 10 long, right? That means I can take this 10 right here and I can regroup it. Instead of it being a 10 long, I can turn it into 10 ones. I'm going to turn it into 10 ones. And I'm going to do it down here first, away from my problem. So I'm going to regroup. That means to group it again. I'm grouping it in a different way. This 10 long means how many? 10. These 10 ones means 10. They both mean the same thing. So now after I regroup, I've got to make a trade. There's another math term. I'm going to trade this 10 long. I'm going to go put him back. And for this 10 long, I'm now going to put these 10 ones. You see what I'm doing?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, let's see if I still have the number 61. When we count these 10 longs, let's count by 10s. Ready?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
I'm at 50. Ready?
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61.
I still have 61. I just regrouped it, or grouped it in a different way. 61 can be 6 10s and 1 1, or 61 can be 5 10s and 11 ones, because these 10 represent that 10 long that I traded for. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I have 11 ones. Can I subtract 5?
Yes.
Yes, I sure can. I can subtract 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I go. I'm going to go ahead and cut them.
Good.
Let's see how many ones I have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have 6. Now, it tells me to subtract 3 10s. Can I subtract 3 10s?
Yes.
Absolutely, I sure can. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and cut them, because I don't need them anymore. I'm subtracting them. How many 10s do I have now? 2. So the difference between 61 and 35 is 26. Now let me show you how that would look on paper real quickly. I've got to hurry real quickly because I'm about to run over my time on my recording and it won't let us put it up. Okay, so I would take my 6 10s, my 1 1. If I needed to regroup, I would take this 10, circle it, draw an arrow, and come over here and put the 10 ones that I regrouped it for. Okay? Now, can I count this as a 10 anymore?
No.
No, because it's now 10 ones. Then I would be ready to subtract. I have 11 ones now, minus 5. I would do the same thing, cross out the 5. If I count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would go over. I'm not counting this 10 anymore. It became 10 ones. It can't be in here. Going to subtract 3 10s. 1, 2, 3, and I have 2 10s left. That's what it's going to look like on paper. Or if you're on, after a while, some of you are working on your desk with dry erase, you're drawing, that's what you're doing if you're not using base 10 blocks. Thank you, parents, for your help. Be looking for a homework sheet tonight and a letter. Appreciate you beyond measure.